It's time for another round of pickups.
Woo! 2025, baby.
That's right. It's a new year, which means more pickups. Now, last year was kind of uneventful for us because we went to one convention. Didn't really get to do much yard sailing, but that might change this year. We'll see.
Yeah, some opposing schedules have been cleared up.
Schedules have changed and life is...
Lifing.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I really feel like last year kind of flew by, but funny enough, I felt like it's been 2 or 3 years since we did a pickups video. Completely forgot we did one last year.
Yeah. We had to watch it. We had no idea. We're so confused.
I was pulling stuff that I was like, oh, I remember talking about this, but I don't remember doing a pickups video. Anyway, we're going to start with you. What do you got?
All right. So, I've got this super awesome 2000s Nosferatu. Kind of goes with my mini collection I've got of him. I don't know, it's just so creepy, and his fingers are like actually pointed, so like when you touch it, it's almost like a creature is clawing at your hand. I kind of love it.
I got a couple of toys to talk about real quick. Some that I had when I was a kid. This one I didn't have. This is Beast from X-Men, but my buddy Matt had this. And to this day, I can't get this stupid thing to work. He's supposed to flip. It even came with the instructions. I still can't get it to work. It's too complicated. So
I tried. I got him like a half tumble, and he was like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, it's really weird. These are really cool because I remember these, and his leg fell off. I remember these when I was a kid. So when we saw these at the convention, the one convention we went to, I was pretty excited about them, and she was kind enough to get them. They are some Jurassic Park toys, but yeah, these are cool. A lot of the Jurassic Park toys were pretty neat. I'm still wishing I could find the giant T-Rex I had when I was a kid. It's expensive. This last toy, I think it was a Burger King toy. This thing's pretty cool. And I felt bad for opening it, but it was worth opening. And of course, it's one of the greatest movies that came out in the 2000s. Or I think, what was it, 99, 98? I don't know, it doesn't matter. But it's this Wild Wild West. It's like the giant spider. Like Burger King, McDonald's toys were so cool back in the day.
And yeah, and you like twist it and he like vibrates.
Yeah.
So as some of you know, on the toy front, I do collect some 10 toys. And I have this guy. And look how cool his little spaceman art is. It's like he's on Mars and he's traveling. And it actually does work, which of course is not going to work right now because I'm holding it and not... Yeah, it's because he's not on a flat surface. He can't do it. But he actually does like spin around. He works traditionally. He's been well used.
These were a couple of games I got for Christmas. I honestly forgot I even asked for them. I think these were at the convention that we were at, and I was like, never heard of them. They sound interesting. Were they? Well, let's find out. First is Low G-Man on the NES. Kind of a jank, but kind of cool game.
It's not horrible, but it's not awesome.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's kind of weird because you have a gun and the gun doesn't actually kill your enemies, it stuns them, and then you got to jump on them and use another weapon to destroy them. It's really weird, but the little bit of time we've played it, I've kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Next one is another NES game called Abadox. I don't know. This seems like a really cool shooter, but we can't make it more than like 15 seconds into the game. But it does seem cool. I do want to spend some more time with it, but it's not easy. We'll say that.
Yeah.
A game I didn't really expect to be cool. I don't know where I heard of this game, but I was like, well, I think I threw up my Christmas list for her. And it's actually kind of cool. Called Roller Games, again, on the NES. Yeah, it's like a roller skating beat 'em up. But it's kind of cool. I mean... We played quite a bit of it. It doesn't seem like overly difficult. I think I made it to like stage 2 or something like that, but it's a pretty cool game. Recommend checking it out.
Yeah. So again, we only went to one convention, so that's where 80% of our stuff came from. Yeah. So just know that that's probably where it all came from. But these are actually pretty cool. These are some black and white books. So what they are is black books with white ink. And this is from a small little press company called Jumpmaster Press. And I got the Time Machine, Frankenstein, and the War of Worlds.
Another round of games. We got some complete in box Master System games. First up, Outrun. This is sadly the only copy of Outrun I have. I have no idea how this game has eluded me because it's on a couple of different consoles, I believe, right? But
I think so.
Yeah, but it's Outrun. Next, Castle of Illusion. Now, if you haven't played this one, this is a completely different game from the Sega Genesis version. Some feel that this game is superior. I strongly disagree. It's not a bad game. It's just weird because you can pick things up and throw them. And lastly, we got Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap. I played the remake of this. I played quite a bit of it when I got the Switch many, many years ago, which was really cool because it had brand new graphics, but you could switch to the old graphics and the old soundtrack on the fly, which was really neat. I wish a lot of remakes would do that. But yeah, of course, as a collector, I gotta have the original, and I love Wonder Boy in Monster World. Probably one of my favorite games on the Genesis, so of course I had to have this one.
All right, so here I've got some artwork. We have this one first is from a local artist. His name is Billy Martinez. He's out of Nashville. And I really love his stuff. This isn't the only one. He does have the one that's on his business card. This one is probably my favorite. And if I could get the original, hint,
Mm-hmm.
I would love that because I think it's just mesmerizing. Then I also got this piece of art, and forgive me, I don't have a card on it and I can't read the name, but this is the piece that we got, and it's Donatello. I'm so excited. I love it so much. And then I never thought I'd say this. Cat art has become a super awesome thing in my life. This cat hanging out on the toilet, I kind of want to throw it in my bathroom. But instead, it's in our living room staring at us while we watch TV. And I like that. And then to go with the cat themed things, we also got this super awesome pin holder. And my best friend got me this cute little key cat. Just sit there and be all cute and say hi. Meow.
Yeah, our cat passed away 2 years ago, and I just really feel like she's trying to drop some hints.
It's not a hint.
Next up, we got a couple of GameCube games, which is cool because my GameCube collection has been pretty weak. And it's still pretty weak, but that's because a lot of the good games are kind of expensive. But we made several trips last year to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where there's a place called McKay's. We talked about them before. And man, every time we go there, and trade some stuff in, we make bank.
Yeah, I don't know what we're trading in.
I don't know, but it's pretty
I wish
crazy.
they gave us a receipt.
Yeah. But several times I'm I don't really know what to buy, so I picked up a couple of GameCube games. First up is Mario Power Tennis. Not big on sports games, but I love tennis. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we have a great time with these.
Yeah, they're fun. They're just easy to pick up and play. It's not overly complicated. I don't have to know about plays and running backs and
Shooty hoops.
Linemen. It's just tennis. It's just you hit a ball back and it's like Pong.
Yeah.
It's like Pong. Last up, a game that I've kind of wanted, but again, I didn't want to pay the price for it because it's why? But again, I had some store credit. There was nothing else I wanted, so I got the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. I mean, I didn't really need this because I have the original Legend of Zelda. I have Ocarina of Time. I got Zelda 2 and Majora's Mask. Why do I need this? Because I'm a collector.
Because they're on the GameCube.
I know. And we collectors just are stupid.
Speaking of hoarding, remember that thing we said we don't collect?
Yeah.
Pop figures? So, I actually have decided that I do want to try to collect as many of, some get kind of ridiculous,
Yeah.
but as many of the Treehouse of Horror characters as I can. So far, I have to say, Freddy Willy is kind of my favorite.
Freddy Willy.
That's what I'm calling him, Freddy Willy. I have Freddy Willy, I have Vampire Krusty, and I have Witch Marge.
A couple of random games. First up, we got Soul Calibur on the Sega Dreamcast. I think this is the only Soul Calibur game I have, sadly, but I can't tell if this is a good game. I always judge these games based on if my wife is good at them. If she's good at them, they suck. Mm-hmm. If she's bad at them, they're pretty good. This one's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
She's actually kind of good at this game and actually kind of kicks my ass.
Yeah.
So take that as you will. Next up, a Sega Saturn game, Bug 2. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Bug. I actually played Bug, a demo of it on a demo disc. And yeah, it was cool for its time, but nowadays, it is what it is. But, I mean, I have to have the sequel too, because again, I'm a collector. And whether we like it or not, we buy shit because we have to have it.
I have to have
What is
them all.
wrong with my life?
Speaking of having to have it all, I got the Melberg collection. I want all of his works. So this is pretty much, I think it has capped me out. I think we now own everything, because we also got Dracula Dead and Loving It, which I didn't bring. I also got that this year as well. So
Next up, a couple of games I won't have gameplay footage for various reasons. First is Tiger Road on the TurboGrafx. Why can't I get gameplay footage? Because all three, my PC Engine, my core graphics, and my TurboGrafx, I can't get them to work. All of a sudden, I have no idea. I hope to God it's the power supplies I was using, because how? How do 3 consoles that I never use just crap out at the exact...
And we even tested the charger.
Yeah,
we did all the dumb guy stuff.
I ordered a PC Engine specific charger. We'll see. This one was kind of a mistake, sort of.
Yeah.
She ordered this for Christmas and then realized what it was, but I was like, no, I still kind of want it. It's the demo disc for Silent Hill. This is the Japanese version, obviously on the PS1. But I was like, well, yeah, I still kind of want that. But then she ended up getting me the actual game. I do kind of want at least the first 4 games. I want the Japanese versions just because I love these games so much. And also because, well, I don't know. I'm a collector. Again.
Also, the art is different on all of them, which also than the American ones. So at least it makes it different.
Yeah. This was another McKay's pickup. I have not played this. Apparently it's not very good, but I was just like, what the hell. Evil Dead, Hail to the King on the PS1. Again, know nothing about it. I had store credit, so that's what I walked out with. Christmas gift, have not played this yet. I've heard pretty good things about it. But The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, it's still sealed, which means it's valuable. Right? Anyway, that'll be one of my games sometime this year when I get around to it. I don't know if this will be my Halloween game of the year. There's a couple others that I still need to play, but another GameCube game, we got Eternal Darkness. I know I've heard about this game, but I don't know anything about it, so we'll find out, I guess.
Several years ago, long time ago.
Yeah.
Too many years ago. Too many years. A friend of ours, he stumbled on in a yard sale a huge tote of Polly Pockets. But he wanted to go through them and kind of like make sure all the pieces were there, price it out, all that good stuff before he let me like purchase from him, which I get. But it took too many years.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 years at least.
So last year, I broke down and for Christmas asked for some Polly Pockets, which y'all saw last year's pickups. So this year I have where he came over and we finally got to pick through some. I do have a few of like the basic ones, but these are the more like unique ones that I didn't really have when I was a kid. And honestly, I didn't even see them, and I probably would have wanted them when I was a kid. So first, I have a little burger joint, and then I have this cute little Mimi's. I'm gonna say ice cream shop or cafe. It has like this little dump bucket up here. It could be a car wash. It doesn't look like a car wash. There's food everywhere and a table. Then we got this super awesome Victorian house. So it also has Polly's in it. So I'm trying to open it cautiously without knocking them onto the floor. But it has this, and then this piece opens, and then
Jesus.
This opens up. And it's one hell of a house.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so when I saw this, I was like, I've never seen this before. And I love Victorian homes anyway. And then the last Polly Pocket did not come from him. This actually was a gift from James to fit with this year's theme of horror gore. And it's...
Horror gore?
Yeah. Horror and gore.
Horror gore.
Horror gore. No? We have this Polly Pocket that is from the Addams Family. I was gonna open it. I even I cut the seal and I opened it, but everything is pretty glued in. And it's kind of killing me to not open it and play with it. I'm still playing with the idea of that.
Yeah.
But we may be tearing into this bad boy at some point. But it's really cool because the back of it is even like kind of shifts into the being skeletons and stuff. It's got all the family members. It even has a tiny little thing in there.
Speaking of our friend Clay, while he was here, I did some trading. Nothing too exciting, but I did get a Halo 4 Xbox 360. It's not in the best condition. There's a crack on it somewhere. Yeah. But it's still kind of cool, you know? Just took a couple of Japanese games I've just had stashed away in the garage to get it, so that's what it is. But hey, it came with the controller too. So that's, one of, 15 360s I have now, so.
Alright, so in the Monsters universe, there was this little guy just hanging out. I don't know why, but I love him. He glows in the dark, which is always a super fun thing. And speaking of glow in the dark, look at my purse that came with it too. So this is Monsters Universe Loungefly purse. And it has the two different sides. This one's my favorite. And it also, the lightning on the side, glows in the dark.
My last round of games, we got some PS5 games. I know it's crazy, right? Modern games. First up, speaking of modern games, we got the Oregon Trail.
The most modern.
I know, right? Yeah, they remade this game. We played a little bit of it. It's kind of cool, but I don't remember a ton about it. But
now that we're adults, we understand the concept better.
Yeah, it's not as fun as an adult. I don't know, for some reason it was a lot more fun as a kid. Probably because you're in school and you're like, yay, Oregon Trail Day,
Yeah.
Kind of another remake, I guess. Silent Hill 2. This was actually pretty awesome. As some of you may know, I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. Silent Hill 2 is probably my, if not my favorite game of all time. So I went into this with a lot of hesitation, a lot of doubt, but they did a pretty good job. I'm not going to lie, and I hope they do remake Silent Hill 1, because if any game needs a remake, it's Silent Hill 1. Last up, I would probably say our Game of the Year, and this game actually won, I think, Game of the Year and several other awards. But yeah, Astrobot.
Man, I love it.
This was a pretty fun game. Like, it's not super challenging. There are some challenging levels. There was only one that really, really pissed me off. And actually, when I Googled worst Astrobot level, it was the one that came up. So obviously, I was not the only one. But super cool. A lot of fun references to, like, not even just PlayStation exclusives, but, like, even Pyramid Head shows up in here. So it's not even just, like, PlayStation exclusive games and all this kind of stuff. A bunch of random cameos and a lot of references to just past PlayStation. It's just super cool. It's a lot of fun. We 100% the game.
Yeah,
Actually,
which we never do.
I know, we never do. But can't recommend that game enough. It's just a lot of fun.
Speaking of which, so Astrobots, when it first came out and it came with the PlayStation VR, I loved it. Loved every minute of it. Played the whole game. I never do that. I don't play any game. He was like working second shift or some crap at one point. I was playing it when he wasn't home. I never do that. I don't play games when he's not home.
That's true.
I do other things. So, needless to say, I freaking love that franchise. I got the doll to go with it. Oh my god, he's so cute, little fluffy plushie. So he has a little cape. Oh my god, I love it so much. So, yeah.
I feel like I got more vinyl this year, but I don't really remember what I got. But I do remember this one. This was a Christmas gift. I've been on the lookout for this for a long time because some of you may know I did a video a while ago going through my mom and dad's vinyl collection that they gave us, which was super cool. And I was surprised that this album was not in that collection because, man, my dad played this album like on repeat. I think it was just the cassette, but still I was surprised he didn't have the vinyl. So I've been on the lookout, and she found it for me, I assume probably online. But Cinderella's Night Songs. Yes. See, this is when men dress like men. But no, I have a lot of nostalgia for this album. Like I said, my dad played it all the time. And yeah, this is the one I was on the lookout for, so I'm glad I finally got it. So,
Speaking of vinyl, I've got some vinyl. Again, I know I got more this year, but couldn't tell you what, so I'm just sticking with the Christmas stuff. because I didn't feel like looking through everything.
Yeah.
I have an Elvis Costello. Love Elvis Costello. Then we have Bob Dylan. He's not really a huge fan of Bob Dylan, but you know, I like him. I was interested in more in just his hits.
There you go.
So, so there's that. And then also, I got an Aretha album. So I'm always down for a little Aretha Franklin. Look at that. Look at that.
It's a pretty trippy
Yeah,
cover.
I love the cover. It's pretty cool.
We got some comics to talk about. You know, those things that we collect but still haven't read pretty much any of them. But this one, I think I found this in Gatlinburg while we were there randomly. And I was like, why would they make a comic out of this? And of course I'm buying it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a Adventures of Bayou Billy comic book by Archie. Why? I don't know.
We're trying to figure it out.
It was $1, so I was like, well, seems worth that. This was one that she got me, and I have so many questions. So many questions.
The cover art is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's Street Fighter, the movie, the comic. I don't know what's going on with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I have no idea. But
No offense, but the people who drew him were just like, this is just for kids. Nobody's ever gonna look at this.
Well, I mean, like Raul Julia looks pretty good. That
Yeah.
kind of looks like him, but like I don't know what's going on with Jean-Claude Van Damme, unless I just couldn't get the rights for his likeness or something, which seems like something Jean-Claude Van Damme would do.
It's kind of messed up.
I was in this movie, but how dare you make me look like I was in this movie? A couple of Knuckles comics. So some of you may know I have been trying to get the first 50 issues of Sonic the Hedgehog. I did accomplish that, but I do want to get the complete Knuckles the Echidna series, which is like 30-some comics. It's not many. I hated these comics as a kid because, my God, there's so much text. It's a lot of lore, but now as an adult, I'm like, well, now I kind of want to read it. But we got issue 8 and issue 12. So, hey, 2 down. Well, some more to go because I still have some from when I was a kid. This wasn't really a pickup, but this ties into the next couple of things. But this is Sonic the Hedgehog number 45. This is mine from when I was a kid. And the convention we went to, one of the artists that worked on this one, forgot his name, Jay something, and I feel bad. He was there, so I brought this. And he was kind enough to sign it, which the entire time, like, he was, like, looking through it, which was cool. Like, he was telling us about, like, how it kind of worked back in the day, which was kind of fascinating because...
And stressful.
Yeah, well, because if you had, like, 5 days to complete something, you had to factor in shipping as well. So it was kind of interesting. He was so willing to talk to us, and he was kind of just really excited to see that this was my copy when I was a kid. It's kind of fragile, and I was stressed... watching him, like, look through it. He was being delicate, but I was still like, give it back.
Don't touch it.
But, really cool dude. But he had some art, and, of course, I didn't want to just make him sign something and,
leave.
Bolt. But I'll give her, because that was hers. But, of course, I had to get a Sonic one. Of course.
Yeah.
Sonic.
And I got Street Sharks.
Yeah, there was a Street Sharks Archie comic. I had no idea, but he worked on that.
And I thought this was really cool. And I just really like the artwork on it. And, yeah. All right. And the finale for me, Tank Girl Apocalypse. Yay. So, I've been I want to start collecting the Tank Girls. Oh my God, these are hard to find. Just out in the wild. So, I mean, we might have to break down and start getting either the graphic novels or start ordering them online.
My last bit, this is a pretty cool piece. I'm pretty sure it's 3D printed, which is surprising because it's actually pretty detailed. But this was at the convention we were at, right? Yeah. So anyway, she got me the mask from the movie.
The Mask.
The Mask. The Jim Carrey The Mask. Yeah, this is just kind of cool. It sucks to wear. It actually has a strap on it, which is cool. Yeah, you can wear it. No, you don't want to wear this thing. There's no room for your nose. It just presses up against your face. But why the hell would I wear it?
I don't understand. I don't know why they have it so you can wear it. I didn't notice it when I purchased it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to take the strap off, but that would be kind of difficult. But
yeah.
It is what it is. It'll just be a decorative piece in the theater room, but it's still pretty cool, though. So, well, anyway, guys, that was another round of pickups. This year might be interesting. Like I said, we might actually be able to go out and do some yard sailing. I would love to do some more conventions this year. We'll see how that goes financially, but anyway, look forward to seeing what the year brings, and yeah, thanks for watching. You know, do like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time.
Bye.
And you may see her next year.
Yeah.
What a stupid gift.
Somebody